Hey, thanks for your patience. It's been a while. I thought I'd enter the next region and begin another major quest in honor of episode 100. And since there's currently so much turmoil in the desert, this white boy will go to the Zora region and play it safe for now. We'll start it off with the Mogawak shrine.
And two well-dressed men in suits kissed each other. I mean, they give each other a kiss. It's simple. They love each other. It's simple. No, I'm not joking. It's simple. They love each other. I mean, it's just terrible what they're doing. I mean, what are they thinking about here? I don't know. It's cruel. They're breaking the law, and they're going to be held accountable.
The power of water. I imagine everything in this quest will involve water, in one way or another. Well, that looks like a battery. So you've got to start with this area. We've got a panel and a chest. Inside the chest is a magic scepter. Attach the panel to the mill just like this. Then just turn it until the water hits it, and bam, you've got yourself a battery charger. Then place the dead battery onto the contact and let it charge. Now you can use the battery to simply leave the shrine, or you can get the second chest as well. If you want the second chest, make sure these two balls are as close to one another as possible before placing the battery onto the contact. Then use the thunder helm to swim safely across. Inside the chest is an opal. Then charge the battery one more time and place it onto this contact while standing on the platform, and the shrine is done. After the shrine, I collected my 20-second heart container. Then I went back to the Zora domain where they were trying to figure out how to get the shit off the statue. So I hit it with a splash fruit to clean it off, and Yona told me where I can find her fiancé, Sidon. Then she told me to come back to see her again afterwards. On the way to Sidon, I found the Ploymus Mountain Cave. It's right next to the waterfall. Deep inside, I found the climber's bandana. After that, I just continued up Ploymus Mountain, cleaning up the sludge that blocked my way using a weapon with water properties. Eventually, I found Sidon at the top. Sidon tells me to go find Giotto at Toto Lake. So I went to Toto Lake. When I got there, Giotto was standing next to a broken ancient stone slate. He said he can't read it because it's missing a piece. The missing piece is under the sludge right next to the area with the ancient stone slate. Place the piece into the slot and then you can read the clue. Stand upon the land of the skyfish and behold its lofty view. Among the floating rocks you see, a droplet waits for you. Through this droplet, shoot an arrow with the mark of the king. Do this task and you shall reveal a most wondrous thing. Wow, it almost rhymes. Then it goes on to mention the water bridge. But I think I get that. You just swim up a waterfall. We're going to need the Zora armor to do that, though. So I went back to see Yona. Yona tells me I need an ancient arowana, and I can find out where to find one if I ask Dendo the blacksmith. Dendo tells me that I can collect an ancient arowana near Mifa's statue, which is right next to the area where we found Sidon. And sure enough, there are fish swimming around in there. So I collected them and headed back to the Zora domain. But since I have the fish and I'm ready to get the armor, first I'll go see the king to find out about the other thing. Unfortunately, the king wasn't there. Just some kids who kept kicking me out every time I tried to speak to them. So I eventually figured out that you can sneak your way into this little pond directly behind them to eavesdrop on their conversation. That's when I heard them say that the king is hiding behind the waterfall. So that's where we'll go next. And sure enough, there's an opening back here. It's called the Pristine Sanctum. I probably should have grabbed the Zora armor before coming here, but I can just ascend up. So problem solved. Now we finally find the king, and he tells us what the mark of the king means. It's just one of his scales, and he gives us 5 of them. Now I've just got to talk to Yona so I can finally get that Zora armor. So from the top of Ploymus Mountain, we've got to head toward this waterfall and swim up to the Floating Scales Island. This sky island is shaped like a fish, and something I didn't notice until much later is there is a small cave in the tail of the fish. So this footage is from the future after defeating the main dungeon boss. Inside you'll find the Zora helm. After searching for 20 minutes for the droplet, I suddenly noticed this. So I aimed my bow and fused a king's scale, then shot it right through the droplet. And that's where we're going, but first we've got to go see Sidon again. So you talk to Sidon, then he has an extremely long conversation with his girlfriend, and suddenly a huge foreskin monster comes out of nowhere. And this particular foreskin monster happens to be covered in shit. I don't think it's a mystery. We all know exactly how he got covered in shit in the first place. You can use Sidon's power of water now, but I found it a lot easier to just hit him with regular weapons fused with water properties. Wow, once you clean the shit off him, he's got a purple tinge, doesn't he? But regardless of what you use, you should only have to stun him twice to take him out. Now it's time to head toward the green light in East Reservoir Lake. And Sidon is standing right next to it.
I have an idea.
Then Sidon jumps in the lake and creates a whirlpool so we can gain entrance. Then you just jump in and pray for survival. Kind of like Bidenomics. We just have to get to the other side. To do that, we need to hit that boulder with a bomb arrow. Then the water level will rise high enough so we can move forward. The next area is called the Ancient Zora Waterworks. And we've basically got the same thing going on in here, except we just need to make it to the top of that giant pillar in the middle by bombing more boulders and raising the water level. But to be totally honest, I'm not sure I completed this area correctly. There was at least one boulder I never figured out how to bomb, so I just used the froggy armor to climb up high enough to just paraglide my way over to the terminal so I could just be done with it. So now that we've cleaned up the sewage water, the next step is to start making our way toward the dungeon.
Here. Come here.
Can I come?
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Do not come.
But since my diaper can't take any more punishment, I'm calling it a day. So we'll pick this up from here in the next episode.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.